Okay, so this is the second video. We went over in the previous video setting up your files and getting Dreamweaver ready to go. Right now we are going to do some planning. And so I think the first thing that is important is to think about the mission, what you want to accomplish with, with this website. And so this is going to be bragging rights. Go back to black. And I think it's important to think of a mission. So what are we trying to accomplish with this? For this website, we're trying to highlight the cool things about our students, faculty, and alumni. So that's the essentially the three segments that we're going to try to hit. So we're hoping that we can use this both as a recruitment tool for students and kind of show our donors and our alumni what we're doing with the resources that they have so generously provided us. Um, so after we kind of figure out our mission, I think it's important to begin to develop some SMART goals. So you know how to do SMART goals. I think we've gone over them quite a bit. For this design process, I think it's also important to think about our audience because we need to know how we're going to develop this website so that it's easily accessible and our audience can navigate around it. And so when we start looking at who are most likely going to visit this, I think when we put alumni and highlights on there, I think our alumni are definitely going to want to see that. So we're going to be looking at a very broad um, audience. So it's going to be people who are older alumni to prospective students that are in high school. So I think when it comes to making decisions about how we design this website, I think we have to kind of play to the largest common denominator. And I think that might be an older alumni base. And so um, working around that, I think we need to keep things simple, easy to navigate, and maybe not too flashy or too fancy. So we would definitely want to do a thorough audience analysis, of course, after we work on developing some SMART goals. I think those are going to be some very important steps along this. Since we've already talked about those, I'm not going to go through the steps on camera with regarding those two things. I do want to move on to something that's going to be new for new content for you, and that first thing is going to be creating a sitemap. So a sitemap is essentially understanding what pages you need and organizing those pages. So I always like to start with what pages I think I'm going to need. So I know that I'm going to need a home page for sure. I also know that I'm going to need a blog page. That's where we're going to house the individual stories highlighting our three segments, which are alumni, faculty, and students. I also know that I want a page that highlights our students, our AgCom students who have written these stories. And so I think I want something named maybe contributors or writers or something to that effect. Also want a page that people can contact me, Dr. Rob, or our students who have some news that they might want to share. Um, so to think about how they can easily navigate our website, if they want to go and they're only interested in learning about students and seeing what students are doing. Maybe it's an alumni or a donor who has donated money and they want to see what our students are up to. For that instance, I think under blog, I kind of want to have our 3 segments. So students, alumni, and faculty. I think I want to have 3 pages that go over that. Let's see what else. I know contact. I think that's going to be 1 page under that. Contributors and writers. I think I might want to have like a current and maybe past. I think that's something that might be beneficial to have those 2 segments, because this might be something that we kind of go through some of our writers quite frequently as we move, as y'all move through the classes and leave the university. So now I think that's where I'm gonna stop on the pages. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take all these pages and we're going to create a map out of them. So the map, we're going to have our home page at the top. Under that, we're going to have kind of our main pages. And that is going to be blog and writers and contact us. And then under blog, I know I have 3 sub pages. And that's students, alumni, and faculty. Okay, and then writers, I know I want to have 2. So current and past. And then contact us, I don't think I'm going to have anything else under that. There is one other thing that we want to be sure that we include in our sitemap is any external links. So right now we have all internal links. So if we have a link that takes us to a different page, you can think about those as well. For this purpose, I think where we're at right now might be good. You know, I always think about maybe one more page, maybe not necessarily a page, but a link, and this one to go to the ag department. So if they want to go straight to the ag department, we have that link for them. I think that might be a good thing. I know on the link for the WTAMU, there might be another link that talks about like giving or something like that, and so that's important for us to highlight. I think I'm pretty happy with the sitemap. This is kind of the second round of me thinking about what I want the sitemap to look like. So I think this is good. So we're going to stop this video, and on the next video, we're going to talk about wireframe.